Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that. Today I'm bringing you guys my battle for week 1 of the TBU. This week we are taking on Redithan, also known as Ethan, and his Tennessee Tynamos. And if you guys didn't see the team builder, it went up yesterday, and the battle is going up today. So, as you can see, Season 4 of the TBU is underway, and I am so excited to bring this and to be participating this season. We've made the playoffs the past couple seasons, and we're going to hope and try and do that again this season. So we need to get started off on the right foot, all the good stuff. So, like I said, check out the team builder for the in-depth analysis of the mons I'm bringing and my analysis of my opponent's team and all that good stuff. But for the quick rundown, what you should know is that I do have a Specs Electabuzz, especially defensive, Cosmic Power, Stored Power, Leftovers, Clefable, a physically defensive Arcanine with Flare Blitz as its only attack, as well as Roar, Toxic, Morning Sun, a Calm Mind, Life Orb, Landorus Eye with Sludge Bomb and Earth Power, as well as Smackdown to knock the Skarmory out of the air and then kill it. Life Orb, Lucario with Swords Dance, Extreme Speed, Close Combat, and Poison Jab, as well as a physically defensive Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Druddigon with Dragon Claw, Glare, Stealth Rock, and like one other attack, Gunk Shot, I think. So, as you can see, Ethan brought the Raikou, the Mega Pinsir, the Gourgeist, the Skarmory, the Florges, and the Suicune. None of this really surprises me. There wasn't really too much on this team that was like an obvious not bring. So yeah, I knew that I was going to be in for a pretty interesting battle, but let's go ahead and stop talking about it and just get into it. My lead, regardless of any situation, is going to be Electabuzz because he does not have a way to stop a Volt Switch, and so I can always get the initiative to start the battle. That was the plan, and let's go ahead and do it. So, the battle is playing. This is my first Gen 7 Wi-Fi battle, so that's pretty crazy. And as you can see, Ethan is looking all cool with his little hat things, but nothing can compare to my swagged out purple glasses, star shirt. And honestly, I just look so much cooler, so it really doesn't matter. Regardless of this, I already win in that aspect. So we both kind of have the same idea as far as starting off with our electric types and all that good stuff. And funny enough, we are both going to do the exact same thing. He's going to Volt Switch, and what this tells me is the damage that this does, I calc it, and it tells me that it is timid. It's faster than Electabuzz, which is also max speed timid, and it's not Specs or anything like that. So I do know that. So it could be Assault Vest, or it could be something else. He brings in the Florges, and with that damage, it doesn't... I wasn't able to figure out too much. I don't think it's max specially defensive, but that's about all I could gather from it. But I thought that this would be a good opportunity that I could maybe threaten it out. And so I bring in Landorus to do a lot of damage. And I really had to decide whether I wanted to show off Smackdown first or Calm Mind first. And I really thought that he was going to go into Skarmory. I was like, he has to go into Skarmory. There's no way he doesn't go into Skarmory right now. But unfortunately, he goes into the Suicune, and I go for the Smackdown. Which really gives that away, and that really sucks. I don't know if he was max specially defensive, because if he wasn't, 2 Earth Powers could take him out, but I was either going for a Sludge Bomb or something else, so the switch does make sense. But this really frustrated me because I really wanted to predict him, but it's okay. Prediction didn't work. It is what it is. So he has a Suicune. I really don't want him to set up, so I just go into Electabuzz, do a lot of damage. I'm Specs. And he makes a double switch into Skarmory, and I was like, oh, that works for me. I can just Volt Switch on Skarmory. But, of course, he's not going to want to take that damage. So, he's going to go back out into Florges, and I am just going to Volt Switch out of there. So, this is looking pretty good for me. He's right about half, especially after the leftovers that I do think he has. Here, I will say that I do kind of misread a calc. So I was looking at how much Flare Blitz does to a Florges, physically defensive, and it says that it should take it out from here. That a Flare Blitz should take it out, and but he goes for Protect and stops that from happening. This was still looking like a pretty decent roll to take it out. However, what had happened? Oh, I first Toxic because I didn't think he was going to stay in. I thought if I saw that I could take it out, then he would see that too, and then I could Toxic probably the Suicune coming in. But the Suicune didn't come in, so I go for the Flare Blitz. And I really thought that this would take it out, but on the calc, I had accidentally hit the sun, that it was calcing with the sun up, and obviously the sun is not up, so it did not quite take him out. He gets a Toxic off, and I really, So yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I Toxic. I was hoping to take him out. Obviously, I didn't, and so now I have to go for a Flare Blitz again, because he is at low health. I can take him out. But if I don't go for the Flare Blitz and I go for anything else and he goes for a Wish, he can get his health back up. So what do? Of course, I overpredict, and I go for the Toxic, thinking he has to switch out, knowing that I'll kill him. And because I do this, he gets to go for the Wish, and that puts me in a bad spot, because he can just go for Protect, and then all of a sudden he has more health again. And that was like, I wanted to get rid of this Florges, and I did not do that very well. Props to Ethan for making kind of a risky move, but at the same time, if he didn't feel like he needed this Florges per se, then maybe it was his best move. And only time will tell as the battle goes on, and I cannot say anything further. So I know he's going to get his Wish back. I know he has to go for Protect, so I need to switch out into something. So I decided to go into Lucario this time, because, like I said, he has to go for Protect and all that stuff. Moonblast from a defensive Florges is going to do about 50%, I think a little bit more. So I can actually get up a free Swords Dance here, and then I can just start doing damage. So that is kind of the plan here. Hoping that maybe he just goes for a Moonblast and try and do damage, but no, he actually makes a really, really good play, and he goes into Gourgeist. And this is bad for me, because I actually thought I was going to do more to Gourgeist, and he finds my Life Orb. I thought I was going to do more to Gourgeist, but after a Swords Dance, a Poison Jab does a little over 50% to a max HP Gourgeist, and that's a Gourgeist small, I do believe. That's what I was calculating the whole time, and that's what it looks like to me. I'm not really good with all the sizes, but it looks small to me. So I kind of wasted that opportunity to do anything. I could have maybe Poison Jabbed on the switch, but it doesn't matter. He goes for the sub as I go into Arcanine, and all of a sudden this is not looking very good. So, I kind of realize that I am not going to be winning this matchup, but I do think it takes me a turn. Because let's go ahead and get all the animations out of the way. Go ahead. Yeah, he goes for Leech Seed, and he does outspeed, which I think does confirm that it is a Gourgeist small, which is what I thought it was. So he Leech Seeds, and I Flare Blitz, and as you can see, I can break his sub, but then he gets back Leech Seed damage, and I'm taking Toxic damage, and I'm taking recoil from Flare Blitz. So I'm taking damage, and he's not really taking damage, so Gourgeist is going to win this 1v1, and I really need to think fast as to, like, what I can do to get out of this, because I didn't really do much to deal with a Gourgeist like this, and of course I didn't expect Arcanine to be Toxic, which it shouldn't have been Toxic if I was playing smart, but whatever. That is that. And that Gourgeist is basically back up to full. I think it is back to full. So this is not working out for me. And I know he's just going to sub up again. There's really nothing I can do about it. So I decided to go into Clefable, because this is really the only thing that can kind of stop him. Now, to do any damage, I need to get up a couple of Cosmic Powers and all that good stuff. But at this point, I can at least force him out. I really didn't want to double switch, because I've been mispredicting what Ethan has been going. You know, I've been mispredicting what I think he will do like the whole time. And even though I thought Skarmory might come in, I really couldn't risk it, so I just kind of went for a Cosmic Power. And this is pretty much going to be nothing, because I have a Charge Beam on this, but it does like 20 to 30. It's like 30% on a physically defensive Skarmory, and I don't actually know what the Skarmory was. So I wanted to get damage. So as he makes the double switch, I actually go into Electabuzz. I switched in the Electabuzz on the Skarmory, but he double switched into Mega Pinsir, and I was okay with that, because if he Mega Evolves, then he's going to take a lot from a Volt Switch. But he just switches out back into Florges, and I am going to Volt Switch, because that's what Electabuzz does against a team that is not stopping, has no electric immunity. I'm just going to Volt Switch every time I can. And then I go into Landorus, and I almost did it. I almost predicted anything else to come in, but I just decided that enough was enough. I need to stop playing around. And actually, no. First I Calm Mind. All right, so I made sure that Moonblast wasn't gonna like do too much. thinking that he might try and wish, but he does a good move and he toxics me, so that puts Lando on a timer. So Lando's on a timer because Toxic plus Life Orb. Arcanine has not been managed well, and he's just poisoning all my mons. I should have just went for the kill there, but I really thought he was going to wish there. And then even after he got his wish up, I could still kill him with a Sludge Bomb. So I don't know. It is what it is. Toxic now. I forget. Oh, okay. He's going to switch out this time, but yeah, I went for Sludge Bomb, and yeah, he switched out and got that prediction right. He is predicting me left and right, and I am not able to predict him at all, even when I think I can. So this, I kind of just, I go for a Smackdown. I was like, I need to do something. I have this Calm Mind up. Let me just do something with it. And he gets up his Stealth Rocks, which is not great at all. Especially since Arcanine is already almost at half. So it's not really going to be able to switch into anything anymore, which really sucks. So I did go for Smackdown, which means that Earth Power is coming. The good thing about this is that he does not have a good switch into a +1 Earth Power at all. So he is actually going to switch back into Florges and sack it off. And so we finally get a kill. And yeah, so now he gets to go into something else. Like I said, there's really nothing that can take damage from this. Like, Earth Power is going to do like 70% minimum to like his entire team. And Sludge Bomb is going to do like 70 to 90% or something like that to Mega Pinsir. However, I couldn't let him set up a Swords Dance, and even though I knew he wasn't going to go for a Swords Dance, I just figured that the safest play would be for me to just try and get the damage, and he ends up killing me. So that is Lando down. It did get a kill, but then it just died. And I decided to go into Electabuzz because I am max speed, so Speed Tie Earthquake is the only thing that might be able to kill me. And I didn't think he wanted to risk that. He did outspeed Lando, so I do know he is Jolly. He's probably Jolly max speed, so it is probably a Speed Tie. But regardless, I'm still just going to do what I do, and that is going to be Volt Switch and go into something else. And here is where I disappoint myself so much. So much. Alright, so I go into Druddigon, and this is really awful and it's embarrassing to watch. So let's go ahead and just watch this series of play. He goes for Calm Mind. Okay, if I was smart, I could just go for Dragon Claws instead of letting him do this. But first, I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks, which is not the worst play. It is okay. So I get Rocks up. Mega Pinsir is going to be taking half as it comes in. Very nice. Again, here's another chance to get off damage. He goes for the Hidden Power Ice. Obviously, he's going to have that. I have a Lando Eye as my ground type, so yeah. And I go for Glare. Electric types can't be paralyzed. So that is a game mechanic that I'll talk more on after the battle, but I definitely forgot that Glare doesn't paralyze electric types. I thought, so stupid. So we'll get on that because I need to commentate this battle. But obviously that's kind of where it goes downhill for me. I just wasted Druddigon, which is supposed to be getting off Rough Skin Rocky Helmet damage on the Mega Pinsir. It's not doing that anymore. He goes for the Thunderbolt. I go for the Hidden Power Ground, and he has the Choco Berry. That is fantastic prep to be able to not even take that much damage. Even if he would have lived that or something, which he would have lived that with the +1 Calm Mind. Even without that. That Choco Berry keeps him out of like E-Speed range from Lucario, and at this point I really don't have anything to kill him with. My best chance is Clefable, and Ethan, being the player that he is, makes the best move because he makes good plays, and I apparently don't. He Volt Switches into Mega Pinsir, and my only chance here was to Cosmic Power as he tried to like T-Bolt me, and then, you know, I could get up multiple Cosmic Powers. But I'm specially defensive Clefable, and at +1, Mega Pinsir's return does a minimum of 50%. So no matter what, Mega Pinsir wins this 1v1 because of where I'm at. He goes for a return, and I get up another Cosmic Power. I'm too low to live another one, to live another return, and he kills me. Or if I soft boiled, like he's doing more damage to me than I'm able to heal up. So what I try to do to combat that is to get an Intimidate off, but he goes for the Sword Stance, which is also very good because had I gone for a Cosmic Power, then he was able to combat that, and then I was losing that battle. So he's now at +1 instead of +2. He has to attack me because otherwise he's dying to a Flare Blitz. And I knew that this could have been something. Oh, never mind. Because Dredagon was dead. So yeah, I just let Arcanine go down because at this point I really don't have a way to win. I mean, I can try, and this is what I do try to do, is I try to E-Speed. A crit E-Speed would take him out, and I was like, that's kind of my only chance here. But he has Feint, very good prep. Feint, I guess, is +2, or I don't know, it out-prioritizes E-Speed, or it's the same priority, and he's faster. Either way, he out-prioritizes that E-Speed, which is really, really good. If I had E-Speed on Arcanine, that would have been good enough for me to take out the Mega Pinsir, but unfortunately, it's not. So Lucario goes down. My only thing left is Clefable at about, what is it, like 60 to 70%. He's going to be able to take me out, but he misclicks, and he ends up making this turn 1 to 2 turns longer. I go for that Charge Beam, I guess in case he did misclick. So Clefable actually gets a kill that it doesn't deserve, gets the special attack raise that it doesn't deserve, still survives, which it really shouldn't, and we are a little bit in business. If this was physically defensive, if I had some Cosmic Power boosts up, if there's a lot of things that had to go my way, if I had speed out, speed this, something like that, maybe I could. But he's going to bring in the Skarmory, go for the Iron Head, and he is going to take out the Clefable with a critical hit that I do not think matters. But like I say, that crit doesn't matter because I deserve to lose that game. I am so embarrassed by how I played. I played so badly, and Ethan played so well. So obviously the whole Dredagon thing was so stupid of me. That is a game mechanic. Electric types cannot be paralyzed, and in my sort of rushed team building that I did, I didn't really bother to even check that game mechanic, look it up, nothing like that. I just decided that I would go with it. I was sure that I'd be able to do it, and it's awful. And I felt really stupid, really dumb. I feel really embarrassed with such a silly mechanic like that I'm pretty sure that has happened to me before. I don't know if it happened in a league match, but I know I've tried to glare an electric type before in like a battle that didn't matter, I think, and it didn't work, and I was like, oh, I'll remember for next time that doesn't work, and I didn't remember for next time. There's a lot of excuses I could make, such as, but there really is no excuse. Like, I know I haven't been into competitive league play since the end of PPL, and I haven't been keeping up with Gen 7 as well as other people, but it's really a simple search just to be able to figure out, to make sure game mechanics are what they are, and just other stuff like that. Like, I wasn't even, there was so many times in this battle where, like, I wasn't prepared with the right calcs, I wasn't prepared with the right situation, and I really felt like I misprepped this battle, and Ethan just played wonderfully, and really, really showed me that there is no messing around this season of TBU. Like, you need to play, you need to prep, you need to play 100%, because if you don't, this is what happens. That should have been a 5-0 loss, it is a 4-0 loss to me. I'll take the differential. Hopefully I can use that as I move forward and win some games, and then maybe that differential point might actually matter. We'll see. But this is a really awful way to start the season, and I am very, very disappointed with the way that game turned. The way that game turned out. So, but it is what it is. There's really nothing I can do about it now other than just do better in future weeks, and that is what I'm going to try to do as I play Eric next week. Ashinakai. I believe I've played him once in TBU, and I don't think it was the last season. I think it was the season before, and I beat him in a very, very close game. He's such a good battler, and I'm pretty sure he has a good team. I mean, everybody has a good team. So we got our work cut out for us, and we really, really, really just need to pull back and just show that this is a fluke. So I'm going to try way harder to team build better and hopefully we can have a better battle and a better result. But congratulations to Ethan. His links are in the description, so you should definitely check him out. Like I said, he played really fantastically, and I can't wait to see his side of the battle. Also, he apparently had a lot of interesting Wi-Fi issues. His thing almost died. His DS almost died. So I'm sure his commentary is going to be really, really great. I actually personally can't wait to hear it. So I encourage you guys to check him out if you did not already. And that is it. So I will see you guys next week for our next TBU battle, which will hopefully be better than this one. But yeah, I'll see you guys for that. So thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.